Last time on Let's Play Metroid Prime 3 Corruption.
You missed some absolutely epic frustrations. There we go. There's the Fred Ratchet Exterminator, which you get for killing every single enemy in any Leviathan. So this guy is really difficult. You have to shoot the orbs on his chest, while also watching out for all of his other attacks like shockwaves and stomps like that. So you should go into hyper mode so that you can attack those particular blobs, so you can then proceed. Now, when this phase starts, he will put his phasor around his feet. What you need to do is transform into a morph ball, then lay bombs at his feet. As you can see, I think I've done this boss so many times now that it's not looking quite so hard as it was before, but come on. I see you save my energy attacks, I need hyper mode to be able to defeat you. Come on. Just open your orb, dang it. I need to be able to shoot you. What are you laughing at? Some quite significantly, but we cannot seem to hit the one there for the life of me, dang it. Okay, well, that's 3 of them now. But there doesn't seem to be any energy drops around here at all. Yep! Well, here's the game over screen. Oh no! Oh no! Well, this is going pretty badly now. Come on! Oh no, that's not enough! We exited hyper mode way too early! Oh, bummer! He has restored one of his orbs. There we go! This is your daily reminder to stay more than 2 meters away from the nearest person around you to stop them being affected by phasor. And hold down the A button. Then roll around. This thing absolutely wrecks everything. Hello, Jedi Person here, and welcome back to Let's Play Metroid Prime 3 Corruption, where we've just arrived on planet Elysia, on the planet's Skytown station. We visited this place before a long time ago, but couldn't really do much here. Now that we have finished Planet Brio and saved it from corruption, we can finally progress into Skytown. So, since I've already been through all this route, I'm just going to stay silent and let you listen to this gorgeous Skytown music, one of my favourites in the game. such a soothing piece of music, so relaxing. Anyway, we have come here to try and make it through this path here. Now we couldn't get through here before because we didn't have what's necessary. We needed to be able to use hyper mode to break these, but there wasn't really much room to shoot through here. Admittedly, I did shoot all the sides in the process, but you can't really get a good angle or shots on them from this place. So what you actually need to do is you need the hyper ball. By the way, new morph ball design now that Samus has become a bit more corrupted. So the PED suit actually changes its appearance throughout the game, which is pretty cool. Anyway, we'll jump into here. Now, transform into hyper mode, and then use the hyper ball ability that we got on Planet Brio. That'll allow us to get past this Chozo statue. And we can finally see what's beyond here. Ornamental frame appears very fragile. Glasswork is etched with illegible Chozo markings. These things can be broken with a charged shot or a missile. I prefer to use a charged shot because it saves ammo, but then again I am very conservative when it comes to ammo in these games. It's not like we have as much ammo as we do in Prime 2, as it were. So, let's use the grapple beam to go across here. We've already scanned these before since we came to the planet, but do important to note if those are there, if this is your first time coming to the planet, as the game expects you to do. So, we've come this far, so now it gives you my pleasure to welcome you to the Sky City of Columbia. This city was built in 1912 as a testament to mankind's development. Here we have the city's trademark Skyrail network. So, if you wanted to travel along the Skyrail network, you need the Skyhook. So what you do at, latch onto it, and let's go for Columbia! Okay, this place isn't actually Columbia, but if anyone's played the 7th generation game Bioshock Infinite, that kind of sequence may look quite familiar to you, because both games employ the sort of a first person sliding off these rails in a sky city, as it were. So it's kind of interesting in the situation. I'm not sure which games had the idea first, because, well, Metroid Prime 3 did release first, I suppose, so technically I guess Retro did the idea first, but who knows? I mean, sometimes you can have instances where two developers come up with exactly the same idea without necessarily knowing. For instance, with Super Mario Galaxy's spherical worlds, the concept, that came out at the time, and now at the time, after it was revealed, the developers of the Ratchet and Clank games and Insomniac games noticed out of the fact that they were very admirable that Nintendo had copied their idea of spherical worlds that they're using in Ratchet and Clank 2 and 3. Now, in an interview with an official Nintendo magazine, Miyamoto responded to this by saying, "Really? I'm surprised. I didn't know that. In terms of the spherical worlds and anti-gravity, we had the original idea as soon as we finished the development of Mario 64 and had been experimenting with it for many years, even on the N64. It's not an idea we got from anywhere else. I'm sorry, but I have to admit that I have never seen the game mentioned in your question. Is it a PC game?"
Are you serious? That's it. I am out of here.
Oh, that's such an interesting comment. Anyway, I think we need to proceed onwards. So, we're in Columbia. This is Metroid Prime 3 Corruption, not Bioshock Infinite. Although, I Although I suppose with Metroid Prime 4's in development, it's getting, I think there's some Bioshock developers that are working on it, so that could be good for the game. Admittedly, I've never actually played the Bioshock Infinite series, or the Bioshock series for that matter. I had to look up a lot of aspects. So I do remember at the time seeing the trailers show off the Skyrail mechanic, and I was thinking, haven't I seen this before? And this game here is exactly why. Anyway, we have a new enemy to scan here. These guys are going to come to life first. These guys are tin bots, lightweight android that is easily knocked down. Tin bots are made from lightweight metal and can easily be knocked down around from explosions or high-speed impacts. This metal is also quite vulnerable to heat and can be melted by high-temperature weapons. Converted for security duty, the tin bots now patrol Skytown tirelessly. They are armed with kinetic beam pistols and can use their tool arms in close combat. So yeah, these are the standard enemies you'll see in Skytown. They're very easy to defeat. There is actually a friend voucher involving these, but it requires an upgrade that we don't have yet, so I will get to that when we get that upgrade, but it shouldn't be too long because it's the first upgrade you get in Skytown. That being said, Skytown is absolutely massive. I mean, just look at this place. Wow. Communication satellite has been looping the same signal for the past 208.3 years. Meanwhile, we've got some tin bots to deal with, so let's get rid of you guys. As our visor glows green in the process. Now, what we want to do first, I want to go up this way using the grab ledge, and we want to find. I believe I saw some form of robot floating here. Okay, we've got something new here. Cannons without power. A kinetic charge should be able to sufficient to energize systems. That's a new object we haven't seen before in any Prime game, I must admit. We've got the aerial repair drones here, which we did see at the start of Skytown. If you're wondering why some of these are scanned already, I did go here at the beginning of the end of episode 6 to show that you could progress beyond that point. Just in the process, we did pick up a few scans. So now we're properly exploring this place. Now, looking at the map very carefully, because sometimes pathways can be obscured. So for instance, we do need to go down this way because the other platform was above. Battery units connected to holographic projection discs. Unit is offline and in need of repairs. Holographic projector is tied into Skytown's main network. Gore's image is displayed. Well, Gore is definitely in here then. And here we have a data bot. So we make sure you shoot the data bots because they contain lore. Now the Elysians are a slightly different race than the Abronians in the fact that they are not a natural race but are rather man-made by the Chozo made in this instance. Oh shoot, well, I waited so long that the lore went. Anyway, let's scan this lore. Elysian data decoded. Entry, gift. Several decades passed for the Chozo here at Elysia. The harsh winds and storms began to take their toll on the station, and upkeep began to take more and more of their precious time. Seeing a need for assistance, they created us. The first Elysian, built by Chozo hands, stepped out of the Mecha Crochet 1,450.82 years ago. Crude by our current standards, the first was soon given the greatest gift of all by the Chozo. To better assist the creators, the first was given self-awareness. To all other Elysians, the first shared the Chozo gift. This event marks the year 1 of Elysian Reckoning. So, let's proceed onwards. Now, Skytown has its own set of doors, so make sure to scan those if you haven't seen them before. What are you here? This is the Steam Lord. Repairs fallen steam bots, capable of cloaking itself. This is actually a boss. We will be fighting this thing a bit later, but it goes into our logbook for now. Steam Lord commands the worker drones of Skytown. They also repair them when they malfunction or break down. Like the armoured, they rely on their cloaking field to evade their enemies. They will only uncloak to attack or repair fallen steam bots, but can be still detected with an advanced visor system while hidden. I don't think the command visor will do much for it though, so we'll have to find something else, I guess. piston structure produces energy that is used to supply power to the pod engines. Anyway, our objective, by the way, in case you're wondering, we are supposed to try to find the Aurora Unit 217 who's situated on this station and try and purge the vaccine from it. So that is our overall objective. Not very many enemies in this place. This is very different to the hostile area of Brio. Such a big dramatic change in architecture now that we're on a different planet altogether. You have to admire that. Now here we have something interesting. This is a kinetic orb cannon, capable of firing small spherical objects at high speeds. Kinetic orb cannon's original purpose is unclear, but they are capable of firing spherical objects at high speeds to a set target. Entering the cannon while in morph ball will allow you to reach new areas and traverse great distances quickly. The kinetic orb cannon appears in various locations in Skytown. However, most units have shut down and require a kinetic charge to reactivate. Oh, they didn't even. But they even mentioned the fact you use the morph ball. That was a fun thing you have to find out in Prime 2. Find it by yourself, realizing, oh, I can go to the morph ball. And I sort of demonstrated that in the Prime 2 LP itself. Anyway, so time to fling yourself over the other side of Skytown. And hey, for practical mechanics' sake, they actually thought the decency to have extendable barriers to catch the flying objects. Well, that's the easiest missile expansion to find ever. I'm sorry, but that is just too easy to get. Of course, I spoke too soon. Nah, we got it. So yeah, we've got our first upgrade in Skytown here. A missile expansion. Now we can just roll along the other side. And I want to scan a few things around here. If the pointer will actually register. Locking mechanism activated. Simultaneous blast to all targets is required to disengage locks. As you can see, there's a lot of stuff we've got here with upgrades that we simply do not have yet. So there's going to be quite a lot of stuff to do here in Skytown. Nothing much can be done there, but maybe in the future. Chozo busters deteriorated beyond recognition, unable to reference GF database files. As you can see, the Galactic Federation has quite their own interests in planets Brio and Elysia, as we can see. Scan detects that the alloy within this metal are vulnerable to heat. High temp shots could melt it. Cannon access is blocked. Remove the surrounding debris to enter and use the cannon. So we can't go that way, so it looks like we have to go all Bioshock Infinite again and ride the Sky Rail. This one's a bit harder, by the way. You have to actually be accurate and shoot the enemies, otherwise they will knock you down. Just like that. Okay, let's try that again. I knew it was going to happen. I'm not particularly that great at these sections. Right, so shoot within the confines of these windows for the easiest time. To have the easiest time to get through, I should say. And then also make sure you open the doors because they can knock you down. This is a very winding path, so you have to watch very carefully where it's going and adjust your aim accordingly. As we're on a new planet, so it's always good to look around for stuff to scan. Now, I'm not quite sure if we can scan the thing that's on the rail or not, or whether we need something else for it. There's also something we could scan back there, but I don't think we can actually get to it for a while. Anyway, there you are again. But he just appears as soon as we get there. We've got a laser section here, and we can scan these lasers. Security systems engaged. Contact with activated energy beams will result in energy. It will result in injury. There's also a upgrade around here. But how do you get to it? I'm sure we'll find out sooner or later. Now, if you get past here, yeah, that's right. You need to transform to a morph ball to duck under the lasers, then jump up this way. As you get into this room, be prepared to fight. We have ourselves a lift here, so let's take this lift. It only goes so way down, and the exit is actually through a morph ball tunnel. So we have the little morph ball puzzles to go through. There's a piston here, by the way, so watch out for this. Now bomb these. Oh, we can't get the upgrade because it's blocked off by a track that we can't do anything about. Bummer. Well, we will be able to get that eventually, but... Right, now as you step out into this room and try to leave... Yep! We got a boss battle! We have to fight the Steam Lord. Now, important thing to note, the Steam Lord does not actually have a visible health bar. Instead, the Steam Lord will only appear in certain instances. We just scan stuff here though. There's the Steam bots, lightly armed and armoured, rendered inert by high temp hits. The Steam bot's lightly armoured exterior can be damaged by any weapon. High temperature weapons are particularly effective and can render them inert and beyond repair. Unlike their lightweight cousins, they are made of durable metals and cannot be thrown around. Steam bots serve as combat units for Steam Lords. They are armed with kinetic beam pistols, missile racks, and can use their tool arms in close combat. Damaged units can be restored by Steam Lords. I want to scan a few things around here before we do anything, because there's a fair few things we might need, because you never know. I don't mind taking damage here because we always have our Hyper Beam. Now when your Steam bot breaks down, watch very carefully because the Steam Lord will be on hand to try and repair it. Then you want to shoot at the Steam Lord. It has a cloaking device, so the Steam Lord is who you really want to kill. He is a fair bit more durable than the Steam bots, but you probably expect that. And we defeated the Steam Lord. Hyper Mode made easy work of him. And for defeating the Steam Lord, we don't get ourselves an upgrade, but we get something very important. And also we get a gold token for it because he technically counts as a boss. But yeah, our prize for defeating the Steam Lord is an energy tank, which we ran into sideways on the screen, so you didn't actually see the location of it on there. We also have something here. Safety release valve. Destroy all valves to release nearby security bars. So we need to rip open these with a grapple lasso. Be nice to see this upgrade getting constant use throughout Prime 3. I mean, it's seen early on. I mean, what are they going to do next? Have a melee counter that's required for the entire game or something? So yeah, that creates our path onwards. So let's go on and see what awaits us next in Skytown. If they actually stay on the screen, for goodness sake. Lift control systems are online but require manual activation to start the lift. Device hand scanner. Terminal is online and ready to receive inputs, but Oh yeah, so yeah, this is a lift mechanism that we see in Skytown. So there are multiple things we can do here. There's a route through here, but as you can see, that is way too big a gap to get across, so we'll have to come back much later in the game and progress through there. So the only way we can really go is beyond this lift. So what we want you to do is press A here, scan this, and that creates the lift. So let's ride this lift down, or up rather, let's just say. Over you data bots. Your air repair drone, you're both air repair drones. Try to look around for the data bots because that's where we get our lore from, really. Okay, this is where we want to go. We've got another. Okay, they're not actually called sky rails, by the way. They're Zipline Calbes, and you, yeah. So to give them their proper name, let's drop the axe. I do want to make a Bioshock Infinite joke, but because they are surprisingly similar to each other. At least in terms of first-person shooters that involve riding on zipline cables. Oh. Well, that was stupid. I tried to see if you could scan the things that are on there, and they just fell off in the process. Well, that was silly. Make sure you kill all of these guys because they can cause you to fall down the pit if you run into them, so very important that. Okay, we're over the other side. Cannon access is blocked. Remove the safety cap to enter and use the cannon. If we look at our map, you might be able to guess, yes, the cannon we saw there is actually a route, a shortcut to skip all of the Steam Lord section. Also, we already have this marked on the map, and that means we're getting really close to our objective. That's good to see. Okay. Energy generators are online and supply additional power to the interior pod chamber. What are you here? This is a repair drone. Ground-based automated drone once used for maintenance. The original version of the Elysian repair drone. Because of their limited movement systems, these units quickly proved to be insufficient to performing the necessary maintenance duties. Used as a base design, the aerial model was created to address all flaws of the original version. Made obsolete by the aerial model, all production and manufacturing was halted over 150 years ago. Only a handful of these units remain active. Gotta love the world building they have in these games. We also have another lift here, but we also have a locked door. I am such a doofus. I thought we were going to get through this door for some reason because I forgot about the fact that we already have the ice missiles. Now we already have scanned the blast shield, so even though it looks different on this world, it is still a blast shield, so firing it will destroy it and allow it to proceed. So here's your save point if you're wondering about it. So you don't have to go on this massive quest through all of Skytown, but there is a very long portion of the game coming up, so be prepared for that. So, right, now just to go back to the main LP itself, and by the time that the next episode starts, I will have saved at this save point. Now let's ride this lift down. If we look to our left here, scans detect that alloys within this metal are vulnerable to heat. High temp shots could melt it. Now if we go into here, this is our AU chamber. There is a catch, however. Security doors engaged. Airtight is locked with a kinetic charge to gain chamber access. So we can transform into a morph ball, and we can go into the route here. Come on. Right, yeah, okay. But we can't really do much here at the moment. So unfortunately we could actually access the AU chamber, which is a bit of a disappointment. We'll have to go back through the AU chamber later, so it looks like we need to take an alternate route. Oh, we have a new enemy here. Sky Puffer, vulnerable to basic weaponry, consumes and emits deadly gases. The external shell of a Sky Puffer is incredibly fragile, successful to most small arms fire. Only a few shots from basic weapons can damage it. Sky Puffers are native to the planet Elysia. They feed on the various noxious gases in the atmosphere. They are especially fond of phazon gas. We'll break through these. Okay, so this might seem like an odd place to end the episode, but I didn't realise that there was supposed to be a save point back there, but I didn't realise we couldn't access it just yet. So I'm going to end the episode right here, and in the next episode of Let's Play Metroid Prime 3 Corruption, we are going to be exploring more of Skytown. See you guys next time. Goodbye.